It is Tuesday, October the 8th. Here's what we're working on this morning. Mandatory evacuations are well underway across the Gulf Coast of Florida as Hurricane Milton intensifies.
Doctors in Canada warn scurvy could be making a comeback.
And Taylor Swift, now the richest female musician in the world. Good morning and thanks for joining us today. We've had a little bit of rain overnight.
I walked out the door today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Brian.
Morning.
And there was just like, I could see something in the sky, and like I immediately, I don't want to say it, but it kind of looked like flurries.
Oh, it was just that light rain. It was light rain.
It was light rain. It was
Not
light
that
rain.
cold,
No, it
though.
wasn't, because then I got outside. I'm like, well, it couldn't be snowing because it's warm out. But it's just like, because it had this glow to it. I'm like, oh my goodness. Anyways.
Could that have been the Northern Lights? Seeing lots of people overnight posting stuff of.
Yes.
Yeah, we wouldn't see it, of course, in the city because there's too much light pollution.
Yeah, light pollution. Yeah, you can't get away from that when you're where we are. But yeah, there was some light rain overnight. I opened the back door for the dogs, and they went.
They did?
Really? I don't want to go out. But they did, and then 5 minutes later, the stars were out. So it was just a brief shower that passed us, and that's what we could get for the day today. Sun, kind of like yesterday. Sun, clouds, chance of a shower. It's only a 30% chance of a shower. Today will be a little bit cooler than it was yesterday. Yesterday, 16. Today, we should hit 14 degrees. So a little bit below seasonal, actually, for this time of year. And we're sitting at 7 degrees right now, so single digits to start the morning, and some wet roads as well. We'll talk about the forecast coming up, but first of all, I want to look at what's going on in traffic. Here's the 403 and Waterdown Road. That's doing okay. That is our exclusive camera. Nothing to see right there. We do have a problem. The 403 and the Link going eastbound are trying to get down the Ancaster Hill. We have a collision, right lane, right shoulder block there. To our MTO traffic cameras, how's Stony Creek? Well, that's a look at Milton Road. Stony Creek, Toronto bound towards us. Again here, top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge. Nothing going on at Brodie Road, Toronto bound away from us on that shot. Weather and traffic in detail. We'll keep you posted coming up in a few minutes. Right now, the news.
Okay, now to the weather situation in Florida, where they are bracing for the impact of Hurricane Milton. It is expected to make landfall tomorrow, and evacuation efforts are well underway at this hour. Simone Gavros joins us now in studio with the latest. Simone.
Annette, well, as of this morning, the National Hurricane Center says that Milton is an extremely dangerous category 4 hurricane and will remain extremely dangerous until it makes landfall with near-record winds and a massive storm surge. Officials on the coast of Florida are urging people to evacuate.
Helene was a wake-up call. This is literally catastrophic, and I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Now, this is a live look at the I-75 going northbound as people are heading out of Tampa. Now, Florida's Department of Transportation has activated its emergency shoulder use to give an extra lane and ease traffic flow. Now, traffic has been pretty heavy in this area, but officials say that traffic is still flowing. Now, as the area braces for impact, a number of major airports are closing their terminals. Orlando International Airport is canceling flights tomorrow morning. That's along with Tampa International Airport as well, and St. Pete Clearwater International Airport will be closing tomorrow too. Now, Miami International Airport remains open, but they are closely monitoring the situation as it develops. 51 counties are under a state of emergency ahead of this storm, according to a media release from Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Now, Milton threatens a region still recovering from Hurricane Helene just 12 days ago, which killed at least 230 people. The storm could bring widespread flooding and destruction, with winds reaching up to 200 kilometers per hour. Now, we'll be following these latest updates this morning about the ongoing evacuation orders before Hurricane Milton makes landfall tomorrow. Tim, back over to you.
All right, thanks, Mona. Let's stay in Florida because let's talk about Helene, because the Federal Emergency Management Agency, they are addressing more than just storms as it helps the Southeast prepare for Hurricane Milton and recover from Helene. The agency is also battling a surge of misinformation. The agency says false rumors about its work are making it harder to respond effectively to the challenges posed by Hurricanes Helene and Milton. Vice President Kamala Harris criticized Trump for spreading misinformation about federal aid to those impacted by Helene.
There's a lot of mis and disinformation being pushed out there by the former president about what is available, in particular to the survivors of Helene. And first of all, it's extraordinarily irresponsible. It's about him. It's not about you. And the reality is that FEMA has so many resources that are available to folks who desperately need them.
Yeah, Trump has made claims since Helene, including saying the federal government is intentionally withholding aid to Republican disaster victims. He also falsely claimed that the Federal Emergency Management Agency had run out of money because all of it had gone to programs for immigrants in the country illegally.
A 15-year-old Hamilton boy is missing this morning. Police say Jonathan Kutuli was last seen around 7:30 last night near Gage Avenue and Cannon Street in Hamilton's East End. He's white, 5'10", with an athletic build and short, light brown hair. He's wearing a black sweater with the word local in white on it and black shorts.
A 13-year-old Hamilton girl has been missing for nearly a week now. Makina Montoute was last seen near Barton and Parkdale in Hamilton's North End around 9 o'clock last Wednesday night. Police believe she may be in Brampton, Hamilton, or the GTA. She's light-skinned with long brown curly hair, about 5'5", with a slim build. She may be wearing a black skirt, black track pants, and black Crocs.
Popular spot at Valens Lake Conservation Area has been shut down. The Hamilton Conservation Authority says the fishing bridge at Valens has been damaged by fire. On X, the authority says it's heartbreaking news. The fire happened yesterday, and the bridge is going to be shut down for investigation and repair work. Due to safety concerns, the lookout tower has been removed from the Valens Lake Conservation Area. An Ontario family are at a crossroads. They either pay $40,000 a month for medication or be faced with the death of a loved one. The family of 70-year-old Ted Severnick says the drug needed is not covered by OHIP. He was diagnosed with a cancer that exists in a bile duct between the gallbladder and liver. Despite him being given 1 year to live, the family was told that a drug sold under the brand name Pemazir is an anti-cancer medication used for the treatment of bile duct cancer.
The drug is proving to be very effective towards cholangiocarcinoma. It's not curing it, but it's very effective. And we're trying really hard to get this for Ted.
It's kind of the only thing that is left for me.
CHCH News reached out to Ontario's Ministry of Health. The ministry says while the drug is approved for sale in Canada, the Canadian Drug Agency recommended against funding it, citing that it did not demonstrate better patient outcomes compared to existing treatments, nor did it significantly reduce morbidity or mortality related to the disease that it targets. The family is currently in talks with the drug company to hopefully receive a compassionate discount. Canadian doctors are being warned to look for signs of a vitamin C deficiency that's usually associated with the 18th century. A 65-year-old Toronto woman has been diagnosed with scurvy. She ended up in hospital after eating mostly canned soup, tuna, white bread, and processed cheese. These are items often found at food banks. Doctors say the woman had mobility problems and little social and family help. A study of the case in the Canadian Medical Journal Association Journal says up to 25% of people in some low-income groups may have some form of vitamin C deficiency from a lack of fruits and vegetables. Scurvy can cause weakness, gum disease, and sore arms and legs.
Sportsline, October baseball. Best kind of baseball, as we are witnessing in the divisional series. Some great games in the National League on Sunday. It was the American League's turn on Monday, and they did not disappoint.
Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly!
Yeah, the upstart Detroit Tigers, after getting dusted 7-zip in Game 1, came through with a dramatic 3-run home run from Kerry Carpenter off one of the best closers in the game in Cleveland's Emmanuel Clase. And they would hold on for the 3-0 win thanks to their stud pitcher, Tarek Skubal, who didn't allow a run through 7 and hasn't allowed a run yet in the playoffs. Things now head to the Motor City, all tied up at 1's Game 3 tomorrow night.
Through the hole, another base hit. Here comes Pham around third. Verdugo fires toward the plate. No play there. Hampson takes second base.
Let's go to the Bronx, where Kansas City Royals used a 4-run 4th inning against the Yankees, who were trying to go up 2-0 against KC, but they held off the Bronx Bombers to even their ALDS, also at a game apiece after the 4-2 win. So all 4 series now even, setting up a dramatic end to the best-of-5 series. And things head to KC tomorrow with the National League back at it tonight.
Look at this formation with Kelsey getting the snap. Worthy for the touchdown.
Yeah, big night for fans in Kansas City. They also had the reigning Super Bowl champs doing what they do best, and that's win football games. Monday nighter had the Chiefs welcoming New Orleans to town, and Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes showed again why they are the class of the league. They joined the Minnesota Vikings as the only teams perfect so far at 5-0. So they take this one 26-13 to wrap up Week 5 of the NFL. We are a sleep away from the Maple Leafs kicking off their 24-25 season, and you have many of the same faces who lost to the Bruins in the first round last year. There's some new ones when the puck drops for reals tomorrow at the Bell Center in Montreal. That includes former Habs captain Max Pacioretty, who signed a 1-year deal with the Buds after arriving for a tryout in training camp. He joins Waterloo native Steven Lorentz, who just won the Cup with Florida. Now the childhood Leafs fan has his dreams coming true, putting on the blue and white and signing a 1-year deal as well. Bit of disappointment for Leafs prospect Easton Cowan, who was sent back to the OHL's London Knights, but the youngster does have a bright future ahead. Now the NHL actually starts this afternoon on this side of the pond with 3 games on the docket as Seattle and St. Louis, they kick things off at 4:30. Seattle hosts this game. Then you have Florida raising their Stanley Cup banner, followed by the debut of the Utah Hockey Club. Yes, they will finish it off opening night when they host Connor Bedard and the Chicago Blackhawks. Utah, who will use just Hockey Club in their inaugural season, came from Arizona and will play out of the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, home of the Utah Jazz. So bring on Hockey Night in Utah.
Okay, good morning. 6:12, 8th of October here. It's a Tuesday morning. We've got some wet roads in the area because we have had some showers throughout the overnight in some areas. Looking at our exclusive camera, the 403 and Waterdown Road, nothing to see there. We do have a collision going eastbound or coming through Ancaster at the link, trying to go down the Ancaster Hill. We've got a couple of vehicles in collision there, and there's a bit of a backup, even though it's still early, back to about the Highway 6 bypass. Okay, let's go to some MTO traffic cameras. Nothing happening in St. Catharines, just some wet roads as you can see there. Same with Milton Road, Stony Creek. We'll flip ahead to north of 2. This is coming off the Skyway. You can see the Skyway way in the distance there. So it's a little slow through here heading toward Brant Street. East of Royal Windsor and Oakville, nothing. And we'll give you one more. We'll flip ahead to Cawthra, doing okay right there. Temperature at the moment. We were 7 last hour. We've dipped to 5, so it's a cool start to the morning now. But you know, that's seasonal for an overnight low this time of year. Relative humidity right up there. The winds so far today are still very light. For school today, 14 degrees, but there will be a wind. It'll be west 30 gusting to 50, and there is that 30. It's only a 30% chance of a shower, otherwise some sunshine. There's the showers that we had a little earlier throughout the overnight. We had them roll by about 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, pushing off towards the east now, but still a lot of instability across southern Ontario. That trough, that broken line, it represents the trough of low sitting across us, and another one approaching. So we're going to get showers today, possibly again for the day tomorrow, but then by Thursday we're looking at more sunshine. So today a little bit cooler than yesterday, 14, 15, 16. Hamilton got to 16 yesterday. yesterday, so a touch cooler today. Tonight, temperature backing off to 5 for Hamilton, 4 for Halton, Peel, Toronto, but 8 for Niagara, 6 for Toronto, actually. Partly cloudy skies, and then tomorrow, pretty much same conditions. Sun, clouds, chance of showers. Tomorrow's high for Hamilton, only 13, but 15 to 16 for other areas. Out the door this morning. Here's what we're looking at. Actually, we have a mainly clear sky right now, and the temperature is cooled off to 5. Long range coming up, and we'll check what's going on. I've got some graphics for Hurricane Milton as well. Annette, Tim.
Okay, we're keeping an eye on that. We're also going to say good morning to Emily Vukovic. She's got a preview of what's coming up in Chit Chat. And in business news, the Federal Court of Appeal has dismissed a challenge to the Milton Rail and Truck Hub. So the project is being allowed to go ahead.
Can you hear me now? We're good. Okay. Taylor Swift. She is the richest female musician.
Okay.
We'll talk a little bit about that and how much money she actually has. Al Pacino is speaking out his experience with COVID in his brand new book. And we're also going to be talking about some new rules at Ticketmaster.
Okay. Pertaining to Taylor Swift.
Pertaining to Taylor Swift.
Yes.
It's pretty much a Taylor Swift 6 o'clock hour.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Well, there's stuff from the Chiefs game last night there, because she was at the game too.
Oh, okay.
And some fun stuff coming up in
So she's in
Sportsline.
sports too.
Yes, but there's a good angle to it.
All right.
So that's another little tease for you. Hey, we'll see you at the couch with your mic on in a little bit.
I'll be there.
Okay. In business news, the Canadian dollar is down 20 basis points in overseas trading. Trading right now at 73.28 cents U.S. Gold is down more than $8. Crude oil is down $1.42 at $75.72 a barrel. Checking midday trading in Europe, the markets are down in London, Frankfurt, and Paris, just slightly though. In Asia, markets were down today in Tokyo. Hong Kong fell by over 2,100 points. Wow. There we go. And Shanghai, though, saw triple-digit gains.
Oh, I'll do the North American markets then. Fun. TSX is down 60 basis points. Look at the Dow Jones. Yikes, not a good day to start trading there on Monday, down 398. NASDAQ down 213. Let's see if they're able to rebound when markets open on this Tuesday, October the 8th.
There's a big development regarding the construction of a $250 million rail hub in Milton. The Federal Court of Appeal has ruled that construction can go ahead as planned after a judges panel found that a decision by the federal government to allow CN Rail to build the terminal is reasonable, despite, quote, adverse environmental effects. The location is in South Milton. It's near Britannia and Tremaine Roads. Some advocates are pushing back because of the health-related concerns.
The problem is that intermodal terminals are heavy industrial facilities, and historically they've always been located in areas immediately adjacent to major highways and away from residential. This location is neither of those things.
CN says the Milton Logistics Hub was approved after an extensive environmental review, including an environmental assessment by an independent joint review panel with 325 conditions designed to protect the community and the environment. Construction is already well underway. It's expected to take about 2 years to finish.
Dock workers at the Port of Montreal, they plan to halt all overtime work starting later this week in a pressure tactic aimed at management as contract talks they continue. The union representing nearly 1,200 longshore workers at the port, they have filed a notice that the overtime strike will kick off Thursday morning at 7 o'clock and continue indefinitely. A union rep says scheduling remains that's a key stumbling block in these bargaining sessions, which resumed on Friday under the watch of 2 federal mediators. So talks restarted after a 3-day strike last week at terminals that handle roughly 40% of container traffic at the country's second largest port.
Okay, taking a quick break right now. Brian is going to be back with traffic and your 7-day forecast. Also a look at where Hurricane Milton is headed.
Good morning, 624. It's Tuesday, the 8th of October. Looking at our MTO traffic cameras, QEW Mountain, St. Catharines, nothing. Getting slow at the top of the Skyway, just building volume. Nothing at Bronte. Sheraton looks good all the way through the 403, even at Dundas. We still have that problem, 403 and the link going Toronto bound, coming out of Ancaster. It's still a little bit slow. Let's get right to our forecast, because I want to talk about not only what we have, but in Florida. 5 degrees Hamilton, 6 Mississauga, 10 10 Grimsby and Toronto, so quite a bit better there. 5 is a seasonal overnight low now. 15 for a daytime high. We'll be shy of that today. Those are our sun times and our records, and yeah, we could get a shower. Okay, let's talk about Milton. Look at that. Category 4 already, moving just north of the Yucatan Peninsula. Now, it's got its eyes set on Tampa. It should hit Tampa tomorrow. Talk about rainfall. About 450 millimeters of rain. Now that's only rain. And then you talk about the storm surge, which is the push of water. That will, okay, take me for instance, I'm 6 feet. They're talking about a storm surge of 15 feet, which is over 4 meters of precipitation and rainfall and storm surge is what I'm trying to say here. When they could even get some tornadic activity, so this is a catastrophic hurricane heading toward Tampa, Orlando, and then off to the East Coast. So for us today, all right, let's talk about what we have. 14 for today, sun, clouds, chance of showers. 5 again tonight. Tomorrow, pretty much same thing, but 13 degrees. Thursday and Friday, sunny. Temperatures get better, 14 and 19. Sun again Saturday. Sunday and Thanksgiving Monday, there is a slim chance of a shower. That's your forecast. Annette, Tim.
Okay. Big auction news if you're a movie fan.
Yeah, we also, the dancing turkey's back. So
okay,
yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's
big weekend ahead. Yeah, so let's get into this. Yoda's cane and Clint Eastwood's duster coat are among hundreds of items up for auction.
This is next month in a major sale of movie and TV memorabilia. Auction House Prop Store is selling over 1,800 pieces, including costumes and props from some of Hollywood's biggest films. The live auction will run November 14th to the 17th. One standout item is a Stormtrooper helmet from Star Wars A New Hope. It's expected to sell for up to $900,000 Canadian. Other highlights include Michael Keaton's batsuit from Batman Returns and Russell Crowe's helmet from Gladiator.
Okay, kind of cool. Any interest?
No.
Any of this stuff?
No.
Nothing? You know what I'd like?
Where would you put it?
Yeah, true. Well, you just wear it around the house.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of want, my favorite movie ever is The Big Lebowski. You ever seen The Big Lebowski?
Yes. You want the house coat?
Yeah. I want the dude's house coat.
How did I know that?
Wear it around the house. Well, you know me too well, don't you?
I do.
All right. Maybe I'll wear it on the show. Okay? 1 half hour now. Lots more to come on your Tuesday morning right after this.